most AI money videos are total lies, and the one that actually works. Look, if you've ever watched a video promising you can get rich with AI in 10 minutes, stop. Don't go anywhere. You are about to have your mind blown, because today I'm exposing the two biggest lies about making money with AI and revealing the one model that actually works, even if you're brand new and you have zero tech skills. Hi, I'm Tom Gaddis, founder of Smart Directory AI and Offline Sharks. And in the last year alone, I've generated multiple seven figures from AI, and I've helped others just like you do the same. Take a look at this. This is a comment from someone in my community, Jacob. He said, "Hey, I've barely started. I talked to 4 people in the last 2 days. 3 jumped at my proposal. 1 didn't need what I proposed, but I'm sure I'll come up with something for him. So my first 2 days, I have $1,500 of monthly recurring income plus bi-weekly massages for life. All of these businesses need additional help, which I will market as we prove the initial concept. Now I've got to figure out how to set up what I promise. Thanks for the help, Jake." Or check out Jackie. She finally got her first 2 monthly recurring clients, $800 per month. Look, I don't know about you, but when I was first trying to get my business off the ground, if I had an additional $800 per month, it was life-changing. I was a former restaurant manager living paycheck to paycheck. $800 a month was a big deal to me. It was a car payment and groceries, right? Or check out Bill. Look at this. Bill sold an existing AI client a couple of landing page funnels for their PPC campaign, $2,000. He got monthly recurring revenue for 2 AI employees, $650. By the way, that's one of the things I'm going to talk about in this video, because AI employees are hot right now. It is one of the biggest value adds you can use to make money with AI. So we'll talk about that some more. He also got 2 A2P registrations, $250 each, and he realized he hadn't been reporting his AI employees' monthly revenue for the last 3 months. So an additional $1,950 to the wins total. Now, here's the deal. I know maybe you're like, wow, that sounds great, right? But 99% of what you see online about AI money is total BS. So if you want the real playbook, buckle up. This is the video the gurus don't want you to see, because after this video, you'll stop chasing shiny objects and you'll know how to start building a real recurring income with AI, all without coding, without being a tech genius, and without getting scammed by the next push button scheme. You're going to discover a simple way to use AI to get paid every single month. And I will prove it step by step in this video. So let's start with the 2 biggest lies that you are being sold about making money with AI right now. So I'm going to go back to my screen here, and here we go. Here is lie number 1. AI will do the work for you. Just push a button and get paid. How many times have you heard that? Look, AI is a tool. It is not a business model. You still need an offer, a niche, a reason for people to pay attention to you and pay you. If AI alone made people rich, everyone with ChatGPT right now would be a millionaire. But that is not the case, right? So, lie number 2. You need to become an AI expert or learn to code to make money. You do not get paid for technical knowledge. You get paid for bringing value, solving real problems for people. So most profitable AI businesses are marketers, agency owners, consultants. They are not engineers. Okay, so if these are the 2 biggest lies, what does actually work when it comes to making money with AI? Well, while everyone's chasing crypto, drop shipping, or faceless YouTube channels, there are literally, check this out, I just did a search before I fired up this video. There are literally over 36 million small businesses in the US alone that desperately need help implementing AI in their business. Over 36 million. These businesses are missing calls, they're losing leads, they are struggling with their reviews, they are wasting payroll on tasks that AI can easily automate. And they don't want to learn AI. They want someone to do it for them, and I can prove it. So look, the other day I was wearing this hat out in public, and someone came up to me because they were like, hey, what do you know about AI? I'm struggling. Can you help me? And they actually sent me this email after I gave them my information. And look, you can see this is just last week, October 26th. It says, I have a few specific scenarios that are doable. Look, I underline this part. I don't want a lot of friction in setup or having to learn software. Translation, I don't want to do it. I'm busy running my business. I want somebody to do this for me. Can you help me out? Now, this is just a random person who saw my hat and approached me and said, hey, I'm struggling. Can you help me? That is what I call a tipping point. When random people see something on a hat and they know that it relates to AI and helping their business, that means it is really in the mainstream. But I'm going to prove it even further. I've got a little Google window here. So I'm just going to show you how easy it is to find businesses in your own backyard that need your help. So if you want, open up a Google search bar yourself and you can do this in your area. So I'm just going to type in electrician and I'm just going to pick a random area. We're going to say, I don't know, let's say Boca Raton, Florida. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do Manhattan, Kansas. Manhattan, Kansas. Now, once this screen comes up, you're going to see there's a little box here. These are people that are paying to be here at the top. But right below that, there's this businesses section. So this is the section we're going to focus on. And the way we're going to do that is by simply looking down here at this More Businesses tab, and we're going to click it. And what I'm going to do is, you would think in 2025 that almost all of these home services type businesses have their online presence in order, but I'm going to show you that they don't. Look, I see a huge opportunity right here on this first page. Like literally just looking at this, I see two huge opportunities. I don't know if you can spot them, but look, these two companies do not have websites. In 2025, they don't have websites. That is crazy, right? So because of AI, and I can give you a little demo of this. I also demoed this in some other videos, but you can use AI to build a website for these people really quickly. You can use AI to edit it. You don't need any coding or anything like that. So there's two high value leads right off the bat. Look, there's another one. 3, there's another one. 4, 5, let's scroll down here. 6, there's another one. And we haven't even got past the first page. Let's go to the second page. And Manhattan, Kansas is not a huge sprawling metropolis, right? If you're in a bigger area, there'll be even more of these. Look, here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. I sound like DJ Khaled, right? Here's another one. Here's another one. Like those are all red hot opportunities for someone like you who is savvy on AI and how it can help and how to use it to easily build these websites. You could do this and provide these businesses with a complete already done website customized to them, and you could build it very, very quickly. Now, I will do some demos of this stuff a little bit later in the video, but I wanted you to just see how easy it is to find these local businesses right in your own backyard. And the other day, I took this picture when I was at my local Albertsons. You've probably seen these maybe in the grocery stores where you visit. This is like a bunch of little like local publications. I'm in Las Vegas, so in Summerlin. So these are like a lot of little local publications. Every business that has an ad in one of these publications paid to be there. And I can almost guarantee you that they are not getting the response that they're hoping for from these ads. Because these things, I mean, when's the last time you picked up a Yellow Pages? When's the last time you went through one of these magazines, right? This is just money that these businesses are already spending that is not delivering the results that they want. You could reach out to these businesses and say, hey, how's this ad working out for you? How's this thing in this Yellow Pages working out for you? Well, what if you took that money and applied it to something that would work? What if I could show you how to take whatever it is you're spending on this Yellow Pages ad and set up an AI agent on your website that would answer all questions for your customers and even book appointments? Now that, right, they're not spending any more money. They're already spending this money. They're just shifting it to something different that will work, right? So I hope that you see this little gold mine here, because every business already, well, most businesses spend money on advertising. These are good targets, but all businesses already spend money on payroll, receptionists, CRMs, marketing. And when you sell AI, not as AI, but as a virtual employee that works 24/7 for a fraction of the cost, you are not creating a new expense. You're replacing an existing one. Just like with this Yellow Pages ad, I said, look, take the money you're already spending there, invest it in this. We could also say, hey, do you have a receptionist? How much do you pay that receptionist? What if I could lighten her load and the receptionist would work 24/7 and never call in sick, and you could do it for a fraction of the price, right? That is real value provided to a business. So let me break down the exact system that I've been using for years and that our students use to land $1,000 to $5,000 a month clients without cold calling, without being a tech expert. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my slides here. Step number 1, find a business with real problems. Okay. Most of the times, these are going to be one of my favorite niches to work in is the home services niche. Plumbers, roofers, right? Electricians. But this also works with med spas, realtors, restaurants, just about any small local business you can think of. They have real problems. They have calls that don't get answered, that don't get responded to. They are losing leads through their website because they, the business owner, are busy running the business and can't get back to people and respond. They are spending money on payroll that they don't really have the margins to spend on. So if you can come in and show them how you can help fix that with these AI employees, you are going to be like a godsend to them. So step 1, find a business with real problems, not some big chain. Don't try to go after some big business that you think you can get, 20 grand a month for, because in my experience, trying to go after those, unless you are just like a rock star salesman or you have a bunch of credentials behind you, that for most people is not going to happen. You're most likely going to get the most success helping real businesses with real problems right in your own backyard. So that is step number 1, right? Go with a real business that has a real problem. Instead of going at these businesses, just trying to sell them something right off the bat, lead with value. Try to position yourself as a local business advocate in your area that just wants to help local businesses thrive. So I'm going to show you the way that I do this. So the way I do it is I set up a little community resource website in an area like this. So this actually uses a software that I developed called smartdirectory.ai. And I'm able to set these little directory sites up in about 10 minutes. So super quickly. And what this allows me to do is I can, when I find a local business, I can give them a free listing on this site and use that as my foot in the door to deliver value and start a conversation with them. So look, local businesses love free exposure. So basically the way this works is when I find a business, and I'll show you some ways that I do that using some automated tools here in a minute. But when I find a business, I just, with one click, I can give them a listing, and then I can just reach out to them and say, hey, look, I'm just letting you know, my name's Tom. I have this local community resource right here in the area. I gave your business a free listing. Could you do me a favor? Go there and just make sure I have your phone number, address, website, all of that stuff correct, because this is live online, and I just want to make sure it's all set up correctly. And when they get back to me and say, yes, it's correct, or maybe they get back to me and say, no, it's not correct, then I can thank them for responding, and I've started a conversation. Now I can follow up with some additional things. Like I could say, great, thanks for letting me know the information's correct. Hey, by the way, when I was setting up your listing, I noticed that you don't have any way for customers to interact with your business in real time on your website. I see a lot of your competitors are using what's called a chat widget so that they can answer questions and stuff. And I know normally that is expensive because it requires a person to respond and all that, but I actually have a way to do it with AI. Would you be interested in hearing more information? Now I'm going to show you how I get all that, how I know all that, and do all that stuff as well with the tools that I prefer to use for it. But that is the process, right? So give them something valuable, and then on the back end, package in some AI tools and solutions like chat widgets, right? Review responders, missed call text back. These are all things that local businesses really need, especially small businesses, and you can use AI to help them with all of this. And then once they agree to something, we just deploy it and support it using an AI platform like HighLevel, because with HighLevel, we don't need to know any coding. We can do all of these things even if we're not a technical person. And again, I'm going to show you here live that stuff as well here in a moment. So once we have that, then we can build in recurring revenue. So we can charge a setup fee. Typically, our setup fees go anywhere from $300 to $1,000 for the setup fee. Then we charge a monthly recurring fee, which is our predictable income. So we get fast cash from the setup fee. Then we have predictable income from the monthly recurring. Those can go anywhere, again, from $500 to $3,000 a month, depending on what services you're doing and how you have them all bundled in. And then we can do upsells, which is really a profit explosion. Like, hey, now that we've got this chat widget set up, have you thought about how are you responding to reviews? I can help you with that. We can start bundling those things in, just like the folks that you see on your screen here, like Lars, right? Just got a new restaurant client. This one is $597 a month, but they opted to prepay. So this is a strategy that I teach that is really great. So you can charge monthly, but if you want to try to get some bigger income up front, you can offer them a special deal if they pay for the whole year. So typically it would look like, look, it's $597 a month, but if you want to pay for the whole year, I'll give you 2 months free. That's what Lars did here. And look, they said yes. So they prepaid him $5,970. He's providing email service, review replies, he's posting reviews, loyalty, online ordering and automation, and it's all done in HighLevel. HighLevel is doing all of this, so it just handles. So you can even see, it says at the end, you got to love this. Once it's set up, it just runs on autopilot, except the email. Everything else, he sets up one time, it runs on autopilot, and he gets paid month after month. Or in this case, year after year, almost $6,000, right? So, or take a look at Mark. Last week, he collected about $800 in setup fees for 2 new clients. This week, he'll collect another $800 from 2 other new clients. He starts billing them on April 1st. This morning, he signed a junk removal client for AI voice service. Junk removal, like a home, that's kind of a service niche, right? Like, here's somebody who's busy running their junk removal company. They're having trouble answering the phones. Now they're getting an AI voice service to do it. He says, I have no idea what I'll be charging him as I'm still learning this. The client understood, and I promised to get back to him with a few days with a concrete amount. I'm open to suggestions. So these are the types of wins that you can get and the types of businesses that are super easy. As you can see on a lot of these comments, these people are just getting started. These are not hardened marketing professionals, right? They're just getting going with this, and they're able to find people that they need help with as well. So let's do this live, okay? So I'm gonna kind of show you how easy this is. So let me go over to my HighLevel account. By the way, you can see like this is my conversations tab. When somebody responds to my directory listings, I just deal with it all directly in HighLevel. So my tool, smartdirectory.ai, actually allows you to build and operate a directory site right in HighLevel. If you're interested in that, there'll be a link in the comments below this video as well. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, if you like this content and you want more, you want to go deeper, I do have an AI fast track training that is free. All you have to do is comment below this video fast track, and I will send that link over so you can get signed up. I go into a lot more detail on how this whole process works, the system, the services to sell, fulfillment, all of those things and a lot more detail in the 4-part AI fast track training. So if you want to grab that, just leave a comment fast track below the video and I will send that right over to you. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to easily find businesses for this service. So one of the awesome things that HighLevel has that I never see a lot of people talk about is a thing called the prospecting tool. So look, I'm going to go over here to marketing in the left-hand menu. And I'm going to click up here at the far right is prospecting. This is the HighLevel prospecting tool. And if I wanted to find businesses in, say, Manhattan, Kansas, I can just click this add prospect and I can type in, we'll just do electrician because that's what we were doing before, electrician. And then I can just pop in the area I want, Manhattan, Kansas. There it is. Manhattan, Kansas, USA. And then I can set a radius. Like this is 3.1 miles. I can set another radius. Like, I don't know, maybe we'll do, yeah, let's just keep it at that. And then if I just click search, this tool will actually run a search and you can see it's already pulling back. It found 35 businesses. What did that take? Like 10 seconds? Right? And it's actually showing me some really important information about these businesses, like whether they have their Google business profile claimed, what type of website they're like, look, these people online presence, they're not using WordPress sites. Maybe they don't even have websites. It also shows me their reviews. These are all services that we can fulfill with HighLevel, and it's showing me that these businesses need them, right? Like these are very high. But that's prospect score is basically a score that HighLevel gives you. Like, what are the chances that you could turn this prospect into a paying client? Well, you can see 75%, 75%. Like, these are high, right? This one is low because they've got all their stuff in order. And it found, again, 35 businesses. We can go here and show more on each page. But what is really great, and this is a new update from HighLevel, you used to have to be able to go through and individually select the ones you wanted, but now you can just bulk select all of these businesses that you want to export, and you can just export them by clicking this add multiple prospects. And what this does is it takes them out and it creates individual contacts for them directly in your HighLevel so you can start marketing to these businesses. And we can go through all these pages and do all of them if we want. So you could see right just within a minute, we have 35 businesses that we could potentially be marketing to. I'm not going to select all these because I'll just show you what we can do with them after. But this tool makes it really easy to find businesses in your area, or you can just do the method I showed you where you just go to Google and search up in different areas and do it that way as well, right? The thing is, the prospects and the leads are the easy part. There are, again, 36 million small businesses in the US alone. Most of them could use help with AI getting implemented in their business. So let me show you what else is awesome about this prospecting tool. Because if you go into, let me find one that has a report generated, because it is still generating these reports, but it generates these awesome marketing reports. And this is what the marketing report looks like. Okay, it has an overall score. It's got business details. It talks about their business profile, their listings, their online reputation, their website performance, their SEO analysis. So I'm going to show you how we could use this report to also identify how the real problem that this real business has that we could fix. So I'm just going to click on the business details here. And I notice a couple of things right off the bat. Number one, look, they don't have a chat widget. So this tool actually tells you whether they have an active chat widget or not. So this would be a great business to reach out to and say, hey, I noticed that you don't have a chat widget. I bet you could find competitors in this area that do have chat widgets. And you could just say, look, I see your competitors are doing this. You're not. You're probably losing money. I could help you set this up, right? Also, look at this. It looked and it shows that they're not replying to 43%. So it seems like you've only replied to 43% of the reviews. So they've got 57% of their reviews have gone unanswered, but research shows that 89% of consumers prefer local businesses that actively engage with reviews. So we could go in and set up an automated review reply system right in HighLevel. Very easy to do. There's a million videos about that out there, but very easy to do in HighLevel, and we could sell that to them at a monthly recurring revenue, right? Now there's other things on here as well. We can go down and look at SEO, and there's like a heat map and it shows where they're ranked and things like that. But those are just two very easy things right off the bat that we can see from this marketing report. And we can share this report with the client. We can export it, pardon me, as a PDF. We can even brand it with our own logo and stuff and make it look really, really nice. And HighLevel even allows you to be able to put one of these report generators on your website. So you could just send people a link and say, hey, run a free marketing report and see what your online presence is as well, right? So that's how we find a ton of local businesses. You can see that just took a couple of minutes, right? Now, what's really great about the process I use with the directory site is that because my directory site lives in HighLevel via my smartdirectory.ai app, I can very easily add these prospects to my directory by simply selecting whatever ones I want and giving them the tag business. So all I have to do is select whatever businesses I want. I click this add tag, and then I just give them this tag. And the minute I do that, all of these businesses will have a free listing on my directory site. Now, I'm not going to add these right now because I'm just showing you for demo purposes. But once they're on there, they go through a free listing outreach email automation. Again, I don't talk to any of them. It's an email that automatically goes out that lets them know they have a free listing. It asks them to confirm their information. And again, when they reply, which is this is what you're seeing over here, you can see one of mine upgraded to a premium listing, which I'm not going to get into all that. But you can see these are all the replies that I'm getting from these businesses, just letting me know whether the information is correct or whether I need to make a change. And that starts the conversation. And now I can reply to them directly inside of HighLevel right here, right? And just say, hey, thanks for confirming. Or I can reach out to them via phone, however I want to do that. Or I can have someone from my team do that as well. And then again, after we confirm their information, we don't have to be in a hurry here. Once we make sure all the information is correct, we could say, hey, tell me a little bit more about your business, or is there any other way we could help support you? Or again, like I said before, I could just say something like, look, I notice you don't have a chat widget, right? I can help you fix that. So you can see how easily this little process starts those conversations, and we can do that. So now let me show you, because we were talking about setting up an AI chat widget on a site. Let me show you how easy that is in HighLevel. So if I want to set up an AI chat widget, all I have to do is go over here to the AI Agents tab in the left of the menu, and you can see there are two different types of things we can set up. One is voice AI. So this is an AI agent that maybe it's connected to a phone number. So someone calls in. HighLevel has an amazing feature now where they can open like a chat box on the website, but they can talk to the agent. They don't have to type anymore. That's a new thing they just rolled out this year, which is amazing. So imagine someone comes to your website and instead of having to type in questions, they can just click your little widget on your website and they can just talk through their computer microphone. And the voice AI agent will listen and answer, and it can answer their questions and book appointments and do all kinds of amazing things. So that is really where all of this is headed. That is something brand new that a lot of businesses, even if they have a chat widget, they're not using that tech. And that is cutting edge tech that you could upgrade them to and be the person that brings them into the new era. Or you can do like a conversation AI, which is just where they type in chat and things like that. So let me show you how easy it is to create one of these agents. So I'm just going to click create my first conversation agent. And it's going to bring me to this dashboard, and I'm just going to click create bot. And you'll see there's a guided form setup or there's a prompt-based bot. So this guided form is perfect for basic lead capturing and appointment booking, which doesn't require complex logic or conditions. For most businesses, this is all you would have to do. And you can see lead capture forms, appointment booking, general Q&A, quick setup within 2 minutes, recommended if you're just starting out. So I'm just going to use this one. So I'm just going to go create new bot. And then I get to pick whether I want a general Q&A bot or I want it to book appointments. So we're going to say book appointments, and I'm going to click continue. And then all we have to do is set this thing up. So we just give our bot a name. I'm going to call it test bot. You would put in the company website right here, the company name, all of these things, and you just click save. Oh, it looks like I have to do a tone of voice here. So let me see. We'll do innovative. All right, so now we have our test bot set up, and then I could go into bot settings, and this is where, again, I can set up my bot details. So I'm just going to say test bot. And I'm going to make this the primary bot. I can have it, I like to get this way down. So whatever the minimum is, so it'll respond in 1 second. So this wait time, if you wanted the bot to sound more like a person is thinking and then responding, you could set this up. So like instead of the bot responding really quick, it would seem like it might be thinking and it's responding there. Then you can do your preferred channel. So you can see, you can integrate this with Instagram, Facebook, SMS. There's SMS live chat. So someone could text your phone number and they could be interacting with your AI conversation bot. Or there's live chat or WhatsApp. So live chat is the widget that's on your website. So I'm just going to leave it for that. You can put in an initial message, all of that stuff. And then when you come over here to bot goals, you can see that we're using OpenAI GPT 4.1. And then I can go in and tell it what details I want it to collect. If I want it to get all this information, it will. I can describe objectives. I can set all of this stuff in here, toggle these things on and off, and just click save, and we're off to the races. So you can see, I mean, like how fast was that, right? This is super, super duper easy. This is why our students are closing deals every week, even if they are brand new. In fact, since the start of 2025, the people in my community have reported $925,337.33 in wins just for 2025. That's just them taking the strategies that I showed them, going out in the real world, applying them, putting in the work, and getting wins and generating income. So drop a comment below if you want my 4-part AI fast track training and a free 30-day trial to the best AI software, which I think is HighLevel, for implementing everything I've shown you today. So when you sign up for the fast track, not only will you get the training and the action guide and all that stuff, but I also have a special link that will give you 30 days of HighLevel for free so you can get this all up and running. Also, if you could like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who needs to stop chasing AI money myths and start building a real business, I would appreciate it. If you want to see more live demos, case studies, and step-by-step breakdowns, let me know in the comments what you would want to see next, and I will work on those. Now look, remember, the AI gold rush isn't about hype. It's about helping real businesses, solving real problems, and getting paid real money month after month. Remember, AI is a tool. It is not a business model. And if you want the business model that I've been using and my students have been using to get success in 2025, then just comment below and I will send you a link over to my 4-part AI fast track training. In the meantime, I'm Tom Gaddis. Stay safe, practice aloha, and I will see you in the next video.